Yes, children. Now we will learn about the three types: metals, non-metals, and metalloids. Now the first is metal. First characteristics of metal, that is the metals are solid at room temperature. They are in solid state. But there is one exceptional case, that is one metal that is liquid. So if you have a question, name one metal that is liquid at room temperature, so you will write the answer mercury. Next is the metals are generally hard. Iron, aluminium, copper, silver, gold, water. These are very hard. But there are again the two exceptional cases. That is the two metals that are so soft that you can cut even with the help of knife. So what are these examples of the soft metals? Sodium and potassium. So if you have a question, that is name two metals that are soft and that can even cut with the help of knife, you will write about two metals. One is the sodium, another is the potassium. Next is the tensile strength. What is this tensile strength? Tensile strength means metals can hold large weight without breaking. Think about the bridges, heavy vehicles bridges के ऊपर चलते हैं, तो it will not break every time. So it means bridges that are made up of metals, but that metal can hold large weight without breaking. Railway lines, buildings, these all are the examples of the high tensile strength of metals. But again, two metals that have very low tensile strength, sodium and potassium. Next is the lustrous. If I'll say gold, if I'll say silver, what will you observe? Gold, silver, copper, all these are the shining metals. These metals have a shining surface. It means that is, if the metals are having shining surface, for that we will use the word lustrous. The next is the metals are lustrous. Metals are having a shining surface. Next property is the malleability. That is, metals are malleable. Malleables means they can be hammered or they can be beaten to form thin sheets without breaking. Aluminium foil is the example of the malleability of the metals. Foil, sheet, metal can be converted into so thin sheet that aluminium foil, we can use the aluminium foil for wrapping the medicines, for wrapping the food items, for wrapping the chocolates. Silver foil is used for decorating the sweets. Then iron, copper, aluminium sheets. These sheets are used for making the utensils. These all are the properties of metals. Now the next property is ductility. Ductility means we can convert the metals and we can stretch the metals into thin wires. Iron wire, gold wire, silver wire, and copper, aluminium. What are these? These are the examples of metals. They can be stretched into thin wire. And gold and silver are the most ductile metals. Gold, 1 gram of gold, the very small amount of gold, 1 gram of gold, it can be drawn to form a wire of about 2 kilometer length. Then copper and aluminium, they can also change into wires. Then the next property is the metals are good conductor of heat and electricity. They will allow the heat and electricity to flow from them. Silver is the example of the metal that is the best conductor of heat and electricity. Then it is followed by copper, aluminium. These again are the examples of the metals that are good conductor of heat and electricity. But there are two metals that are poor conductor of heat. One is the lead, another is the mercury. Again, questions, name two metals that are poor conductor of heat. You will write lead and mercury. Now, the electric wires are usually made up of copper and aluminium. Electric, as I have told you, that metals are good conductor of electricity also. That's why most of the electric wires, they are made of copper and aluminium. But I have told you that the silver is the best conductor of electricity. So there is a question, if the silver is the best conductor of electricity, why silver is not used for the purpose of electric wires? It is because of this reason, that silver is a very costly metal and aluminium and copper are cheaper than silver. That's why the aluminium and copper wires are used for electric wires and not the silver. And next property is metals are sonorous. Sonorous means they can produce a ringing sound when hit. Think about the bells in the temples. When you hit the bell, it will produce a ringing sound. This property is called sonorous. Metals are sonorous. Wires of various instrument, violin, sitar, all these are what? All these are the property of sonority of the metals. The metals can produce a ringing sound. Now, next is the metals have high melting and boiling point. Melting and boiling point metals के high होते हैं. But two metals that are having the low melting point, these are sodium and potassium. So if you are sodium and potassium are the two metals that have very low melting points. And two more example, the metals having the very low melting point, that is gallium and cesium. Again, very important question. Name two metals that have very low melting point and that become liquid at temperature slightly above the room temperature. कि room temperature से थोड़ा सा ऊपर temperature होगा, they changes into the liquid form. अगर आप गैलियम और सीजियम, टू ऐसी metals हैं, आप उनको अपने palm पे, अपने hand पे रखोगे, they will change into liquid. Even the temperature of your palm can change into a which form? Into the liquid state, because they are having very low melting point. Rest of the metals have high melting point. This is all about the properties of metals. Now the next is the properties of non-metals. Metals, non-metals. Non-metals means these are not having the properties, all that properties are having that of metals. If the metals are solid, then the non-metals exist in all the three states. Non-metal can be solid, non-metal can be liquid, or non-metal can be gases at room temperature. If I'll say carbon, if I'll say sulfur, if I'll say phosphorus, these are what? These are solids. If I'll say bromine is a non-metal, but it is liquid. Hydrogen, oxygen, nitrogen, chlorine, these are what? These are all are non-metals, but these are gases. So if you have to write the example, name two non-metals that are solid, you can write copper, sulfur, phosphorus. Name one non-metal that is liquid. तो यहाँ पर you have to learn metal that is liquid, that is mercury, but the non-metal that is liquid, that is bromine. Now gaseous form, you can write about the hydrogen, oxygen, etc. Next is the non-metals are generally soft. They are not hard. Sulfur, phosphorus, these are very soft non-metals. But again, the exception of the non-metal that is hard, that is diamond. Diamond is an allotrope of carbon. As the carbon exists in three different forms, three different allotropic forms. These are the diamond and graphite and Buckminster Fullerene. And diamond is the allotrope of carbon. Carbon and diamond is the hardest substance ever known. If you have to write the example of the non-metal that is hard, you will write about the diamond. Now the next is metal. Non-metals are non-malleable. Non-malleable हैं. They cannot be drawn into, they cannot be beaten into sheets because they are brittle. ये बहुत जल्दी टूट जाती हैं when you hammer them or when you hit them. It means they are non-malleable. Next is they are non-ductile. Non-ductile means they cannot be drawn into thin wires. आप इनको wires में भी convert नहीं कर सकते हो. Next is they are non-lustrous. They are having they do not having the shining surface. They are having the dull surface. But there is one non-metal that is having the shining surface, that is iodine. This is again the question asked, that is name one non-metal that is having the shining surface, that is having the luster. You will write the example of iodine. Next is the non-metals are non-sonorous. Non-sonorous means they will not produce the ringing sound when hit. And next is the non-metal have the poor conductors of heat and electricity. They are poor conductor. They will not allow the heat and electricity to pass through them. But again, one exception of that, graphite. Graphite, again the allotropic form of carbon. It is a non-metal, but it is a good conductor of electricity. So if you have to write the example, name one non-metal that is a good conductor of electricity, you will write about the graphite. Next is the diamond. Diamond is a good conductor of heat. If the graphite is the good conductor of electricity, diamond is the good conductor of heat. Rest, most of the metals are poor conductor of heat and electricity. Next is the non-metals have low melting and boiling point. और metals में आपने किया था, metals have high melting and boiling point, but the non-metals have low melting and boiling point. But diamond and graphite, these are the two non-metals. These are the examples of the non-metals that have high melting and boiling point. This is all about the properties of non-metal. Now the next is the metalloid. Metalloid means semi-metal. That is something in between the metals and non-metals. The metalloids are the that are having the properties, some properties of metals and the some properties of non-metals. They lie in between the metals and non-metals. Metalloids look like metals, but they are brittle like non-metals. They are not behave fully like the metals or the non-metal. They show the properties, some properties of metal and some properties of non-metals. And one example, that is they behave like semiconductors. If you say that metals are the good conductors, and you have learned non-metals are the poor conductor, but metalloids, they behave like semiconductors. I'm giving you the example that how they behave like they show the properties of metals as well as the non-metal. The semiconductor means they having the both. They can insulate and conduct the electricity.